National Geographic magazine calls the area one of the most diverse and ecologically intact natural ecosystems of the world. But instead of being protected, conservation groups say the Flathead River Valley is being threatened by the provincial government. The Flathead River Valley is tucked into BC's southeast corner, bordering both on Alberta and our neighbors to the south. It is home to the greatest diversity of plant species and concentration of carnivores on the continent. But conservation groups say despite numerous assurances from the provincial government that there will be no mining in the area, the green light has now been given to new gold exploration. Brian Coxford reports.
It shows supernatural BC at its best. The Flathead River Valley in the East Kootenays deemed to have some of the purest water in the world. A valley rich in wildlife habitat, deer and elk, grizzlies, lynx, wolverines and wolves. A magic part of the province that could become a battleground for environmentalists and mining groups.
We believe there should be some places that are simply off limits to mining and energy development, and the Flathead River Valley is clearly one of these places. This is a world-class wilderness area.
After saying there won't be mining in the valley, environmentalists are saying the BC government has now agreed to allow Max Resources of Vancouver to exercise a previously granted permit to explore for gold this fall at the headwaters of the Flathead.
I think we should be, quite shocked by this announcement today.
Is this doublespeak on their part, the government?
Yeah, it seems to me that it's pretty disingenuous to tell people that there is no mining and no mining threat at all, and then give the go-ahead to Max Resources.
It's not an open pit, which I think people are very concerned about, where you're just taking them out and you're ripping it down. So you're going to have very little surface impact from this type of exploration. You're not going to have water discharge. You're not going to have any issues like that.
Max Resources says its exploration site is outside and to the north of the area in the Flathead being proposed as a national park. And its CEO says if high-quality gold is found here, a mine wouldn't be constructed for many years.
If we are successful in finding sufficient economic quantities of gold, if we decide to move forward, we'll look at all aspects of this thing, and if we can't do this in an environmental friendly fashion, we're not going to do it at all.
The controversy about the future designation of the Flathead Valley has reared its head less than a week before members of the World Heritage Committee come to BC to decide for themselves if mining threatens the valley. And the opposition was quick to pounce on the issue in the legislature.
I would ask the minister, does he think on the eve of this international visit that it makes sense to allow mining development in the middle of these discussions and talks with international organizations?
We actually invited and worked with the federal government to welcome the UNESCO delegation that's coming here, and as I said earlier, we're looking forward to their visit and looking forward to their findings.
The Flathead sits next to Waterton and Glacier Peace Parks in Alberta and Montana. Together they have World Heritage designation, and 11 environmental groups on both sides of the border are fighting to get BC's Flathead Valley included.